What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And so now I'm trying to make your remake gas station. I don't know why I say your. I've always pondered that, yet I still do. This kind of has a modern feel, and this is a lot better than the old one. Like, the old one is horrible. I'll show you an image of it here in a momento once I show this build. So I'm gonna have to keep rambling so we can get to that point. Yeah, this one is, by the time I finish the end part, it'll be showing, and, yeah, so here it is in about right now. So that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so the expansion needs to say 39 by 54. Now, if you want only the convenience store part of this, it is a, hold on. 54 minus 32 is 22. 23 by, or no, 23 would be back, 23 going back, and then 33 going across, I think. You can do the math for the other thing. This total of stone bricks is 32, by the way. That's what I was using. Although I wouldn't recommend just doing one of them because, well, the convenience store says gas, so just, you know, you might want to put some gas. But the materials we're needing to start off are stone bricks, gray concrete, white concrete, cut sandstone slabs. I guess we'll start with the actual thing, too. Smooth quartz slabs, smooth quartz stairs, smooth quartz blocks, stone, and I guess we'll go levers. We have a very awkward amount of space, but it's fine. Starting from the left-hand corner of your 39 by 54 grid cough if you made it. Why did it lag right when I hit the ground? You also want to do this in the front right. Now, if you want to punch out your corners and do it that way, again, it is 39 across the front, you can do it that way. If you don't want to do it that way, I'll give you the numbers going across, and then you can also use that. But from both corners, technically, you want to, from this, you want to go back with 32 stone bricks. And then right from the left from the right, so towards the middle with 3 stone bricks, like that. So you have like a very, very elongated 7, and again, you want to do it from the same, or the other side, although it's not a 7 on that side, it's inverse. So again, 32 back. And then 3 across. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. Okay, I'm gonna mark out these 6 panels here only so you have the math. And then we're gonna move on to something else, and then we'll come back to these. I know that's not logical, but it's just because we need both sides. I'll give you that number if you want to break it down smaller. Or if you want to wait, you can. Although I'm doing it now. Now that I think about it, I shouldn't, but I already said I was gonna, so I'm gonna. From the front left-hand stone brick or the front right-hand one, whichever one works better for you, it doesn't matter. You want to count right by 6, and back by 2, and going right, you want to place smooth quartz slab, smooth quartz stair, smooth quartz slab, leave a 9-block gap, smooth quartz slab, smooth quartz stair, smooth quartz slab, 9-block gap, smooth quartz slab, smooth quartz stair, smooth quartz slab, and then you'll have a 5-block gap at the end, which will be where your stone brick, where it will connect to your stone bricks. God. Do we want to just do the rest of that? Yeah, I might as well do the rest of that since I'm gonna have the grid for this part, and I won't after this. You want to bring each smooth quartz slab back with 2 stone and then a smooth quartz slab. And then you want to bring each stair back with 2 blocks and then a stair that is facing backwards. I know I didn't specify that originally, but it gives you this effect. And I personally like it. I don't know. I'm biased, though, so, yeah. I mean, it is my build. So you're just going to have a bunch of these, and they kind of look like faces, and they're kind of cute faces. At least in my opinion. Although my definition of cute isn't necessarily everybody's definition of cute, so... Yeah, they're kind of like a weird, I don't know, like, I see each stone as the eye, and then that's the nose in the middle. There, now it's more like a face. And then going back, you want to leave a 7-block gap, and then do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stair slab, stair slab going across the front, and it'll be in line with each 3 of them, or all 3 of them, each 3 of them. Okay. I don't have to actually do the math because I have my grid, which is always nice. But I will give you a second and show you an overhead in a moment here, so you can understand a little bit more, hopefully. There you go. Now you have a bunch of wall outlets. That's what they look like. Faces and wall outlets. I know I said faces originally, but they look more like outlets now that I'm thinking about it. Why am I thinking about it? But yeah, there you go. There's 7 blocks, front to back with a gap. Left to right, it's a 9-block gap. And then 5 off either side, as in left and right. Front and back don't count. 2 off the front, a lot off the back. Now, I should have mentioned this when we started, too. It's important that you probably shouldn't line this up with the street. Because considering there's only 2 blocks, you should probably add maybe another 3 rows or something. I just did 2 because that was what I ended up doing. I was like, wait, don't tell me that went past it, because that would have been really funny if it did. But no, it's in line with it. But, yeah, I would recommend having probably at least 7 at the front. And I know that's weird, but, now, while we're still in the beginning phases, think about that. Because it'll be important later. So you want to come to the back of this whole thing, and kind of in these little corners, you want to place 2 rows of cut sandstone slabs moving forward from the kind of 3 stone bricks going across the back. You then want to connect those 2 rows together. And then I'm going to double check that it's actually 2, because it could be 3, although I'm pretty sure it's 2. Because my brain usually is like, yeah, 2. I might as well just go over and look at the actual build instead of pulling up my slab, or my photo. Sorry, I read the word slabs. Yeah, it didn't help me. Yeah, it is 2. Okay. My voice just went out. And then from either stone brick section, you want to leave a 6-block gap, or each end of the stone bricks, leave a 6-block gap, and then place a cut sandstone slabs, and those 2 slabs will connect together. So you'll have this. And that basically outlines your build. The actual convenience store part of it, which will be an interior probably tomorrow, assuming I remember that that's a thing and I don't wait a week to do it. Yeah, it depends. Just depends. You never know with me. Now, what I'm gonna tell you to do is everything in front of those cut sandstone slabs, you want to break the floor and replace with gray concrete. So from this corner right here, I'm just gonna slash for the whole thing. Negative 15, 8. So from the far front of the grid and then all the way to the back, one of the corners, the opposite from the one that I'm currently in, preferably. And then this will just, you know, give you a floor. Or a pavement. Because you need pavements. Well, I mean, you could technically drive on the grass. Although when it's wet, that is just asking for you to get stuck. And boop. There we go. So as you can see, that looks a lot cleaner than the grass did. Maybe I'm just biased against grass. I don't know. Also, you have these gaps here, too. You can make plant gardens here if you want. Just like around the build. That is an interesting thought, because you have the space. Now we can focus on these wall outlets. So what do you want to do with each one? First thing you want to do is bring every single stone block up by 2. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. It's a Thursday, and we had a 2-hour delay for school, which was nice. So I got to actually sleep in, which hasn't happened in a while. And of course, my freaking brain was like, yup, it's 7 a.m., time to wake up, when I really didn't have to wake up for another, like, hour, and I couldn't fall back to sleep, so I was like, whatever. True classic. Now... Now they're like cartoon characters whenever they get shocked, like their eyes just bulging out. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this. Get rid of your stone and get out paintings. And then at we'll say the top left-hand corner of each stone thing. Okay. I should explain that more thoroughly. Basically the fronts of these are on the rights and the lefts. So you can see this is the right and then the other side will be the left. Ignore the middle gap because that's gonna not exist in a minute here. But, top left-hand corner from the respective side, you want to place a 1-block painting like that. So you can see where that's placed. and you can see where I am. There's really only one way you can do this, unless you somehow did from the front of the build, which is a whole different question. And then you also do want lever block down diagonally to the right by a block. This is the same as the I almost said IKEA for some reason, Tesco design. At least as far as how these work are concerned, the little gas things, little things that you get gas from. I don't know what they're called. And then again, down diagonally to the right from each painting, place a lever. And then, frick, not like that. And then from there, I almost combined we and will. Okay. We will have just the top part left, and then the entire convenience store, which isn't that bad. It's not a huge thing. Although it is kind of nice looking in my opinion, but I made it, so I can't really make that judgment. Now, the 2 smooth quartz blocks in between each stone thing you want to bring up by 7. I want to actually make sure it is 7 and it's not some other number. Okay, yeah, it is. Yeah. I have it down as 7, but I was like, did that include the little bottom block down there? I was pretty sure it did, but you never know with me. I really don't know why my throat isn't working right now. It's that time of year, boys. It's the most wonderful time of the year where everyone freaking gets sick. That's the most ironic part. It's like, oh yeah, it's the jolly season, but you can't be too jolly if you're getting sick every 3 days. Get rid of your paintings and your levers, and get out stone slabs, and I guess we'll go ochre frog lights. And I guess get rid of your cut sandstone slabs and get out red concrete, because that was a last minute decision that I just decided to make right now. So this might... No, this is going to make sense. On the front and the back from each of these pillars, you want to place from the top block 2 upside down stone slabs going out. Only on the front and the back. And I guess you can do the front and the back of each one, although I'm only going to do the front of the front and the back of the back, because it'll just make it easier. And then off the left and the right of each, you want to go out with 3 upside down stone slabs from that top block. Now, similar to Golden Corral, I'm going to make the whole ceiling and then punch out the lights. So, if you don't want to do that, the lights are 1 block away from each pillar on the short side of them, and then they're 3 blocks away from each other, and they're 2 blocks wide. But, they don't have to be specifically where I have them, that's just where I roughly have them, and I'll explain more when I actually do them. But basically what you want to do is you want to fill in your entire thing now in with upside down stone slabs, and making sure that you do make sharp kind of... You want to basically make a rectangle. A very, very large rectangle in the middle of this. And it's just all upside down stone slabs. Which is why I told you not to do the middle, because if you do the middle, then you have to deal with the middle slabs being in your way where you're trying to fill. Which it still is kind of annoying on the little bit that you do have to do that with, but it's not necessarily as bad as having the entire darn thing. So... yeah. Now let's try to speed place slabs without messing up. Challenge impossible. Even though I already actually did mess up, so it is impossible. It seems like if you don't build it up against another block, it just flips the direction. Like if you're trying to build upside down, it's like, nah, I'm going right side up. I don't care what you say. And then, yeah, that's all. That's really all. Or, yeah, see there. I'm gonna stop talking for a minute here. Yeah, I was just checking something. Make sure I had this right. Because the smooth quartz also exists. Which I actually played around with. I almost went with like a full red thing. But I didn't like the way it looked. It's only weird because the offset, or they're not offset, the stone and the smooth quartz are in line. Which I couldn't really do anything about. Because if I made them off, it would screw up the red concrete, so I'd have to make the smooth quartz thicker, which would just look dumb. And then it would basically create the problem that the old one had. So, I didn't want to go there again. But, yeah. Now... it's time to do the lights real quick. just basically you want to, again, on the short side of the pillars, you want to leave a 1 block gap, and then you want to break 2 ochre fog lights, just like that, going in. And then you want to do that with all the pillars. So these lights should be 3 blocks away from each other. What happened? Okay, that's great. And then from there, you want to leave 3 block gaps moving inward, and you just want to break more 1x2s like this. So it kind of creates this. You should have a total of 6 to 14 lights, I think. Not that anybody's counting. And if you want to, you can go a little bit further and have one at the end here, but I personally didn't. I just had the amount here. But you can see they're 3 blocks away from the left and right, actually 5 blocks away from the front and back, 3 blocks away from each other in every direction, just like that. And then it'll just be little 1x2s of ochre frog lights in all of these gaps. This is a hard thing to explain, like, specifically being specific, you know? It's hard. And I've made how many tutorials now? Never gets easier. Around the outer row of upside down stone slabs, you want to place a little line of upside down smooth quartz slabs. It's not really a line, it's a big rectangle. It's a hollow rectangle. Just like that. Now, on top of the outermost row of upside down stone slabs, you want to place 2 rows of red concrete moving up, I think, yeah. Never certain. Just remember, again, I've said this before, but if I'm ever like, I think, it's right. Unless I'm short, then it might be. But if it's too big or something, then I will cut out and fix it. Except for on Golden Corral, that interior, because I made that really weird mistake at the beginning, and I couldn't do anything about it, because I couldn't go all the way back, because I already didn't half the interior by the time I realized the mistake. Which is really awkward. Now, what you want to do is around the top row of red concrete, you want to place a row of upside down smooth quartz slabs that again goes all the way around. Seems kind of familiar, doesn't it? I just worded that one better for some reason. I don't know how that works, but hey, I'll take it. Now, you want to take the top of this and fill it in with red concrete. If you want to wait till the end, you can, although I'm just doing it simultaneously, or just not simultaneously. I'm doing one at a time. I did the kind of little base layout, and then I did this whole thing, and now I'm going to do the whole convenience store part. Because that's actually what it is. It's not a gas station, it's a convenience store. Although, for YouTube clickbait purposes. It's not really clickbait. I mean, how can you clickbait it? I was going to say how can you clickbait a tutorial, but I can think of about 12 different ways. None of which I've ever done. You could... No, I'm not going to say it, actually, because I don't want to call anybody out on what they do in their thumbnails. Because I think people have either noticed, and I don't want to be like, oh, I hate that guy because he does that. No, I don't care. I mean, you clickbait your videos, whatever. It's not really clickbait, but you enhance your builds on your thumbnail. I don't really care if you do that. That's not my problem, right? I do what I do, and I don't care. You see what I build, or at least a portion of it that is enough to be like, ah, yes, this looks pretty good. Let's see how it actually is. Although sometimes I do notice that you see a building, you're like, oh, that looks cool, and then you actually build it, and you're like, that was terrible. Why did I build that? Now you want to clear your inventory and get out. Smooth quartz blocks. Polished deep slate. We're gonna run out of materials in about 30 seconds here. Polished deep slate stairs. Black stained glass. Dark oak doors. Stone bricks. Brick block. This is a really awkward thing. Polished granite stairs and cobblestone wall. You need black stained glass panes. You need light gray concrete. You need smooth quartz slabs. You need smooth quartz stairs. You need red concrete. And I think that's everything. Now you want to come to the left. Unless you want the door on the right, then come to the right side. Although it really doesn't matter. And you want to come to the end stone brick here. And you want to bring it right with a smooth quartz block. 4 polished deep slate stairs, smooth quartz block. Bring that row of polished deep slate stairs back with a row of polished deep slate, and then going left to right or right to left on top of that, does not matter. Place a black stained glass, 2 dark oak doors, and a black glass. Bring each black glass up by 3, and then bring each dark oak door up with 2 black glass. Let me make sure that's correct. Phone. Oh my god, it doesn't like me. I was gonna say something else with that sentence, but I'm just gonna leave it there. At the left side, you can bring this row of black glass along with the polished deep slate back by 3. And then these 4 polished deep slate blocks here bring left polished deep slate stairs. So now you can get rid of polished deep slate, black stained glass, and dark oak doors, and I would actually push everything you can as far forward in your inventory as you can, just because it'll be logical this way. And then get out black stained glass panes, red concrete, and smooth quartz slabs. We're still 1 material short. That annoys me really bad, but it's fine. By the way, behind these 4 polished deep slate stairs, you can place another smooth quartz block. So you have this. Pretty simple, not really a whole ton. We're gonna basically do this again, except light gray concrete. We also need light gray concrete. That's a thing. That's fine. We don't need that right now. From this right smooth quartz block here, you want to go back diagonally to the right with a stone brick. You'll notice this is perfectly following this line that we have here of cut sandstone stuff, which is good. You want to bring that stone brick right by 18. And then we'll stop there. Let's do this whole stone brick section and bring this row of stone brick up to actually the brick section. Bring it up to its max height. Going left to right or right to left on top of that row does not matter. Place 3 brick blocks. 13 upside down polished granite stairs. And then 3 brick blocks. Polished granite I'm starting to use more. Although, when I say use more, I mean in and out. A video that isn't even out yet. And then this video, which is now out. I had to say that because I used out in all 3 on accident. Well, until that last one. Going left to right or right to left on top of that does not matter. Place 3 brick blocks. Cobblestone wall. 5 black stained glass panes. Cobblestone wall. 5 black stained glass panes, cobblestone wall, and then 3 brick blocks. Copy that row 1 more time. And then on top of that, going left to right or right to left doesn't matter. Place 3 bricks, 13 polished granite stairs, and then 3 bricks. There's that middle section done. Nice. Now, you can get rid of your black stained glass panes and your cobblestone wall, and I'd bring your red concrete forward just because, and get out light gray concrete and smooth quartz stairs. And from this far right stone brick, you want to go 4 diagonally to the right with a smooth quartz block. Bring it right with 4 polished deep slate stairs, smooth quartz block, and that should perfectly connect to the stone brick, just so you're aware. And then go back from that smooth quartz block with 4 polished deep slate stairs facing right, and then a smooth quartz block. Like that. Behind or to the left of each polished deep slate stair, you want to place a light gray concrete. Bring each light gray concrete up by 4. And then bring each smooth quartz block also up by 4. And you also want to bring up the ones at the left here up by 4. Just like that. So this kind of gives it some symmetry, yet also not making it quite symmetrical. It just basically is like, nope, you can't have a door here, or there's no door here. No window at all. And I think it's kind of cool. I like this. I haven't really done anything like this where it's symmetrical, but it's just like one side doesn't have a window. I don't know. A lot of the times I will go symmetrical or not symmetrical. Well, I guess no duh. You gotta go one or the other, right? You can't really be like half and half. Which you could. It's possible. Now what you want to do is from the back smooth quartz block here on the right, you could do the left technically, although obviously you'd have to flip the left and right. You want to go back diagonally to the left of the stone brick, bring it back by 14, and then left by, oh god, I don't know this number. Left by 28. And then 4 by 14. So it'll connect nicely back to the front. And that's the size of it. If you want to make it bigger, figure it out. Also, I realize this has castle vibes now that I'm looking at it like this. You want to place 4 rows of brick blocks on top of those stone bricks, though. And then that will really give you, like, your almost finished build. We're almost there. Yeah, we're just almost there. I don't know what to say here. There you go. Nice. Now, I hit my head. On top of... We'll go on top of every single brick block, polished granite stair, black stained glass block, or like red concrete, you want to place a red concrete. I know that's kind of a lot, but it's basically just everything except for the smooth quartz. Like that. Now, you'll notice you'll have probably these 2 little gaps here, unless you just were lazy and you didn't add them, in which case, good job, because you don't want them. Make it a full rectangle of red concrete, not like that. I mean, I guess you do have to do that in a minute here, but not specifically there. Now, bring that red concrete out on every single side by 1. This kind of creates a weird overlap at the back, though. So, if you don't like it, then you can shorten it there by 1. Although, I kind of just kept it that way for, I guess symmetry purposes. Then bring that red concrete up with an additional row of red concrete. And then at the front, you want to take the middle 11 red concrete and bring them up with an additional 2. Now, if you don't know how to find the middle 11, I can help you. Find this little cobblestone wall row here. It's in between the 2 windows, and you want to trace it up and place just 2 red concrete on top of the build in that spot. Then 5 to the left and 5 to the right you also want to bring up. By 2. And there's your middle 11. Now, you want to take your bottom row and your top row of red concrete. You want to trace around the entire build with smooth quartz slabs. And also follow that kind of weird, almost kind of like Western style front that we just did on accident there. So basically along the bottom, it's just all the way around. And then once you hit the top, you'll have it at the top here. And then also here. But it's a row of upside down smooth quartz slabs at the top. I should have specified that slightly. But it'll give you this for now. You do want have. Yeah, it does kind of have like Western modern vibes. I didn't intend for that, but hey, I'll go for it. I'll go with it. Definitely intentional. And then around the back, you can do the same. Although, I didn't really do it because I forgot that it was a thing. Being honest, I kind of forgot. So, what do you want to do with that middle 11? Well, we want to make 2 block tall letters. I know that's a cursed concept, but we do it here on this channel. Come to the left side, and you want to be on the bottom full red concrete block, which is this one, so it's in line with that upside down slab, kinda. Count right one and place a smooth quartz stair facing right. Bring it right with a smooth quartz stair facing left. Bring the left stair up with an upside down stair facing right, and then bring that right with an upside down slab. Leave a 1 block gap from the bottom of that, place smooth quartz block. Stair on top of it facing left. right with an upside down slab, then right with a stair facing right, down with a block, and then connect the 2 blocks together with an upside down slab. Leave 1 block out from the bottom of that, place slab, then a block going right, up diagonally to the right with the block, or sorry, up diagonally to the left with the block, and then right with an upside down slab. Sorry, I screwed that up a little bit. But there you go. Something about the 2 block tall letters are kind of like cute to me. Maybe not cute, just like they look cool. I like them. They work for some reason. But not all letters work. I think that explains itself, though. 2.5 is an interesting thing to play around with, too. If you're bored and want to make some different sized letters, 2.5 is something interesting that I think you should play around with. Because you can get, I think, better results from 2.5 than you can from 2. And it doesn't really add that much more space. So just think about that. Now, from this top little section here that we just worked on that says gas now, you want to take the 2 red concrete at the left and the right and bring it all the way to the back, and then until it touches the red concrete at the back, and then you can connect it together at said back. Like that, and then it'll be 2 rows tall. Like that. Then bring the upside down smooth quartz slabs all the way around this. I missed a corner. There we go. And then you want to fill in your technically 3 different roofs in with red concrete along the top row of red concrete per roof. So it's here on this one. You get the point, I think, for the other. To me, originally what I actually had was I had this row of slabs right here, this bottom row, just a row of blocks. And then I was like, it's too short, so I added the red stripe, and then I was like, I can add some letters too, make it just a little bit taller in the middle, and it actually worked pretty nicely. I'm happy with, oh no, please don't do that. Why have I done this? It's bound to happen every, like, at least once every 3rd tutorial or something. I don't know the statistics on that, but somewhere around there. And then this actually does only make this 1 block shorter, I think. Yeah, 1 block shorter than the main section, as in the, or I guess the actual gas getting section. So it definitely has a little bit of height and makes it a little bit more proportionate than it being like 3 blocks shorter, which it actually would have only been 2 blocks shorter. Although I guess 3 if I didn't do the red at all, and it just didn't look right. But I think having it even just like even a little bit shorter is fine, I think, because that's realistic. And I think it does work enough. You could even lower this if you wanted to by a block or 2. Although, yeah. Also, next, if I remember, when I do the interior, I might make a sign that says gas as well. Probably with the same font, actually. Well, I might not make it say gas. I might just have it like gas looking. But you can see it looks pretty good from here because it's not too short, and but you can see just above it. And I think that's a nice little look. Although it is kind of hard to read from some points. Although there it's fine. But just I wouldn't recommend changing this stripe to multiple colors, by the way. I was playing around with that and I couldn't get it to look good. Considering you have a block and a half of space, you can't really do anything with that. But if you wanted, like, you could have this red and then this stripe here yellow. I know I forgot to mention that. Just keep in mind the smooth quartz. Sorry, the smooth quartz at the top of here. Keep that in mind if you make that a brighter color, such as yellow. Or at least for the letters, and see if you want to maybe make them polished deep slate instead, or some other darker block, maybe dark oak, nether brick, I don't know. Just think about that if you're changing that color. But yeah, watching tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that is the exterior for your remake gas station complete. Thank you guys for watching this video, and hope you guys did enjoy this video. Have you finished it, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.